And welcome back into Cullman today. Nathan Anderson with us this morning representing the Cullman City Park and Rec Department. And we've been talking during the first segment all about, of course, the mission statement, Nathan's responsibilities as our new executive director. Also a little bit about the website, and that's going to take, effect soon?
In the next few weeks. We're looking at, making the final view of the first phase of it this Friday. So it'll be a completed site for the most part, but we'll want to build on it from here. So
great. Let's talk a little bit about the Civic Center. That is one place that we all have typically, everybody knows where the Civic Center is, and we've gone there for years to do lots of things like registrations and this kind of thing.
Well, the Civic Center, it's hard to believe that was built in the 70s. And with the exception of maybe a little bit of paint and small renovations, it has not seen any updates since that point. So we have updated just basically, the cosmetically, everything on the inside. We're really excited about it. This is going to be a great opportunity for Cullman, not just for us, but we can also attract business conferences. And if you are to talk to our hotel owners, they'll tell you that sporting events is a big draw for them, tournaments, things like that, but concerts, but also business conferences are huge for them. We have built or renovated a facility that has a great structure, great layout, a great footprint, very large, and made it into a state-of-the-art business convention center, as well as it can be charming. So you could have a wedding or a birthday or an anniversary or a church event in there as well. So we wanted it to be charming, but we also wanted it to be professional. So all of our rooms have the latest technology, Wi-Fi available. It has full audio-visual equipment in every breakout room. And then the auditorium, we have overhauled the look of it, and we have overhauled the sound system, the lighting, and the function of it as well, the video. So really, any venue you can think of. I mean, I've just really, as we were going through this, have racked my brain just thinking, okay, what could go in here? And I think we've accomplished the feat of getting it to that point where we can host just about anything that it can equip as far as size. So,
great. And if you're planning something, if your business industry is planning on doing something for the spring or late winter or whatever, all you have to do is call the Civic Center, of course, and check their calendar and that kind of thing.
And it is booking up. It's amazing, the words already.
Small
we haven't
fee,
tried.
Isn't it? Very small fee.
Yes, it is much less expensive than most rental venues. And we do that because we want to serve our community. That's what we're here for. It's for what you're getting, it's amazing value.
So that's great. We also want to talk a little bit, there's a lot of talk out there and excitement about the new community park. And if you will, share with our audience this morning where it's located.
The Engle Park, which we know is a senior center. It's across the street where the championship field was built. We have an old park that is obvious if you drive by there in need of some attention. So we are actually going to be taking all that out and going back with a state-of-the-art park. There are parks popping up, smaller parks a lot of times. I don't know of any to this scale, but you hear the term an inclusive playground. A playground for kids of all abilities. We are going to be building a playground that is massive in size that will accommodate any child, no matter what their ability. If they have full physical ability, they're going to be just as stimulated as the child with limited physical abilities. So that's the exciting thing to me, is you think about these siblings where you have a child that can run, jump, and dance and spin and do everything that you would think a majority of children can, but then they have a brother or sister who's wheelchair bound, and they've never experienced that. And when they go to the park, you can only imagine what it's like for each of them. because the park's not conducive for a wheelchair or accessible for them to play together.
Right.
So you have one child that sits on the outskirts or maybe the swing or something and just watches their sibling, enjoy the park.
Right.
Well, we want to build a park where that kid can go with their sibling anywhere. In the park together.
That's
and
wonderful.
Both be just as challenged and enjoy it just as much. Zip lines. We're going to put in this is one of my fun features, I think, is a 60-foot zip line. One that can accommodate a child that has full physical ability, and another one that's you can get a wheelchair child on it, and they both can get the same sensation of flying, on the zip line, and for that child that's in a wheelchair, that may be the first time they ever feel that. So we're really excited.
And work has started.
Yes, well,
to some degree.
To some degree, we're in the middle of building bathrooms in a pavilion.
That's
part of this, but it's also part of the championship field. But yes, right now we're still in the planning phases. There's a lot of things we have to do with city ordinances and just the typical red tape with construction. But then we also, we want to build this thing beyond just a park.
Right.
When we looked at this location and site, we didn't want another sterile cookie cutter park.
Sure.
We wanted a park with personality, a park that is unique and like no other. And as we have worked with the landscape architect, we've accomplished that.
Oh, great.
We once we were through designing and coming up with the idea, we asked, okay, where can we find a park that's like this?
Sure.
He said, I'll have to give you 6 or 7 because you're going to have to go to multiple sites to really kind of make up what you've designed. So it's exciting for us because there's not one like it out there. So we're going to have a butterfly cutting garden. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I'm sure you are, but there may be some men out there.
Just from the botanical garden.
Yeah, so
I love it.
The neat thing about that, for all you men out there, if you get in trouble with your wife, you'll have a garden you can go to and cut flowers and take it home to her. But it is a community cutting garden where you can go in and get flowers and
really? So
yes,
you're
you can actually
not just enjoy, but
yes, we encourage it because it'll help the growth.
That's true.
So we'll have that, and then we'll have artistic features. Everything's going to be intentional. It won't just be a plain bench. There'll be some type of artistic touch to it. The sidewalks won't just be plain square sidewalks. There'll be a design, and there'll be a lot of walking path. We also, later in the phase, we have a small amphitheater we're working out.
Love it.
Not in the traditional sense of what you think. It's artistic. It just works with the natural flow of the land. And you could have an intimate, a few hundred people gathering and feel like you're filling up the amphitheater, but then it could expand to 200 to 2,500 people in it. So
now, is it? I know there's some wooded area.
Yes.
Is that going to be part of it?
The
Because this certainly is not big
city
enough.
purchased a piece of property over there that is actually going to butt up against this area. So we are actually planning for that property as well. So we were really excited. Basketball courts resurfaced. The play features are going beyond just the.
They've already resurfaced?
No, they will be.
Okay.
Yes, they will be. And then, of course, we know the championship field's already there. So it all kind of stretch in behind the championship field and over into the Field of Miracles area.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, and anticipation completion date. Do we have any idea?
Phase 1, we're in the middle of right now with the pavilion, and then we've got the playground coming right behind it. So I don't have a date yet because we're still going through, due to the new piece of property, and there is a stream that goes through there. We have to go through the red tape before we can actually come up with a timeline. But the public will know about this. Naturally, we're talking about it now, but we're going to be coming to you guys and coming to the businesses. It's called a community park for a reason because we need the community to come together to help finance this. We have seed money that's going to start it, but we really want this thing to be all that we've dreamed it to be because it will be a true asset for our community. So we'll be talking to the community about ways that they can get involved through sponsorship or just small donations and things like that to make this happen.
So just be listening and be aware that this is happening. And when you're asked, when someone asks you maybe to volunteer or donate some money, you'll know that it's going for a wonderful cause. And I don't think the look on nothing would beat the look on someone's face that has a disability.
That's we've seen
excitement.
interviews of other communities, the children of other communities that have experienced this,
Yes.
and it grips your heart.
It
does. When we watched the faces and heard what they had to say about the park and how the first time they were able to go into the park and now they had a park they felt like was theirs.
Yes.
I knew we have to do this.
We have to do this.
We have to. So, and we will.
So it's going to be great. So you look forward to that. And also I want to say very quickly, basketball is in full force. We're signing up already for baseball and soccer and softball,
yes,
everything.
We're always doing something.
We're doing something, aren't we?
And I know we're running out of time, but we're also going to start lacrosse. So if anyone's listening and you have a background in lacrosse, please contact us at the Civic Center, 256-734-9157. We need your experience and passion for the sport because we want to bring that to Cullman.
Will you start this for younger children?
We are going to do a workshop.
Okay.
And the dates will be coming soon. We'll get them in the newspaper and all, but it'll be within the next couple months.
Okay.
That we'll have a workshop out there. We'll actually be bringing a team competition to Cullman, for us to spectate and watch.
Okay.
And then after the competition is over, they'll actually be training some of our registrants for the lacrosse.
Wonderful. And I've got to add very quickly, that just brings this to mind, the kayaking classes that they have there at the Aquatic Center. I think they've done well with that, and they're going to continue those, I think. The last time I talked to, and I don't even know if I talked to Wade or who, but that was such a good thing, I think, to be able to host too.
Yes.
To be
we have
able
a lot
to do that,
happening with outdoor adventure and with the Duck River trails opening up. There's a lot more that's coming. So
good to see you.
Good
we
to
wish
see
you the best of
Thank you
everything.
so much.
Nathan's got a new baby coming too. By the time this airs, we may have a new baby. So best of luck to you and Anna both, and to Graham. I know he's excited about that new baby. You've got the number. It'll be on your screen. Give them a call at the Civic Center if you have any questions, and remember that new website coming out. Do we have the website? Will it be the same?
It's right now, if you went to it, you'd see the old one, but it's the same URL address. It's www.cullmanrecreation.org. And follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. We're on both, and they're very active social media accounts, so you can keep up with what we're doing there.
Very good. And of course, we'll be back with more of Cullman Today right after this.